Springboks versus New Zealand. That was insane. That was actually like the best rugby game. I don't even think I've ever seen a game better than this one. I have to go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think there is a game that's been better than this. Okay, the sheer fact is that this game was basically playing for nothing. Okay, New Zealand's already got Tri Nations locked up. South Africa has no chance of winning, and basically it's just sheer pride on your jersey, pride in your nation, pride in the work that you do, and just sheer animosity and hatred for your biggest rivals in the sport. This was insane. I thought this wasn't gonna, this was probably the most intense match between the Springboks and the All Blacks I have ever seen. And these two teams have absolutely murdered each other in the past, okay? And this is next level. I was worried that people were gonna die in this match, okay? Sia Khaleesi looked like he probably died, okay? I'll kid you not. People were just bleeding everywhere. People were getting taken out left and right. And just insane. This game has everything. Okay, there was a drop goal. The teams in the last 10 minutes, the lead went back and forward 3 times or 4 times. I don't even know. And it was just insane. And the players were just every play, every single thing that the players did was just you were teetering on the edge of your seat, wondering which way the penalty is gonna go, what is gonna happen. Every breakdown, every play was just, oh my god, this was insane. The scrummaging, the teams were just killing each other. Literally, it looked like 2 cars colliding onto each other. Okay, the scrummaging. And the Springbok scrum was just insanely good, absolutely destroying the All Blacks. But the All Blacks, being the All Blacks, still manages to get the ball out every time. No matter how much pressure they're under, getting the ball out cleanly every time. Oh my god. And the kicking. Oh my god, it was so good. The Springboks, so much pressure for the All Blacks for the kicking. Francois Stein. My idol is back. He kicked a 50-22 in this game. He almost won the game for the Springboks, and then immediately he almost loses the game for the Springboks. Oh my god, this was insane. This is what rugby is all about. This is what sport. This is the best, not just for rugby. This is the best of sports. Okay, it's just teams absolutely giving it 100%. Just for the pride of the profession. Not for a trophy. Not for some not for some big prize money. Just bodies on the line. Blood, sweat and tears. Just grit and absolute pride of your, of the job that you're doing. Pride in your team. This is why rugby is the greatest game in the world. Players literally put their health and well-being on the line for nothing, just for the bragging right of winning this match, of winning against your biggest rival in the world. This was absolutely insane. I can't remember another game between South Africa and the All Blacks that had been this good. And there has been just games where I thought, I remember the 2011 rugby, Richie McCaw's last game in South Africa. That was insane. That was I thought that was the greatest game between the two nations ever. And this one, I think this one has outdone that. Okay, so right from the get-go, both teams were just swinging 110%, just colliding each other from from the first minute all the way to the 80th minute. And the collision only got harder and harder and harder. Literally, at one point, I thought, no way. There's no way they can keep this up for 80 minutes. No way. But sure enough, it's just adrenaline. I don't know what they're on. They did it. They actually did it. And the Springboks, this is like, I think they said this was since this, what was it? It has been a long time since Springboks beaten the All Blacks. It's 2018 where the Springboks beat the All Blacks by 1 in Wellington. Okay, so that's like 3 years ago, before the World Cup. 3 years ago, 2018. So, and that was by 1 point. So this was, again, very close. I thought, I could not believe how close this was. So let's this was it just I don't know what to say. Let's just I don't know what to say. So let's just I don't know. Let's just I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. So maybe we'll just go from, let's just look at, let me just recap the last maybe 10 minutes, all right? So let's recap at like 65th minute, okay? So there's so much to talk about in this game, and let's just go from the 65th minute, and we'll kind of go backwards a bit, okay? Well, the reason I want to go to the 65th minute is that's when Richie Mo'unga came onto the field, okay? And I thought this would be a turning point. Springboks had put on the substitution early this game, so their reserve front row came on the field on the 38th minute. So I have never seen the reserve front rows getting put on just before the first half. So they did that. So then at halftime, Drew Mitchell says, "Oh, I think the Springboks are gonna do some special tactics to swap the props out." So what happens is, if the prop gets injured, they have to bring back a prop that's been subbed off. Because, it's a specialized position. You can't have anyone to replace a prop. So you have to bring back a prop that's been... So Drew Mitchell is saying that the South Africans are going to cheat at halftime to bring someone else back on later on the field. But they didn't do that. They didn't have to. Like, the Springboks has more pride than that to do. I was like, maybe you're going to be right. So anyway, so the Springboks has brought on Francois Stein at just past halftime as well. So there was a lot of... Pretty much all the Springboks reserves is on the field already, and New Zealand's just starting to bring on the reserves on the 65th minute, whereas the Springboks has brought on most of the reserves around the halftime period, right? So Richie Moore gets on the field, gets immediately smashed, absolutely crashed, right? And there was a lot of aerial ping pong following Richie Moore gets smashed. Francois Stein gets the ball. Yeah, Francois Stein. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. He landed Francois Stein has been really, really good with kicking, coming onto the field with his huge boot. He actually landed a 50-22 from inside his own 40. So it's just insane it actually shows how stupid the rule is. Francois Stein got a 50-22 from inside his own 40. It's like a 40-22 because just so like it's just so, with someone like such a huge boot, it's just insane. So there was a lot of aerial ping pong. The score is, so there are lots of aerial ping pong. Francois Stein gets the ball in the 66th minute. He goes for a drop goal from outside his own 50. It was a really, really poor kick. The ball wobbled and landed. At this point, the Springboks was leading 25 points to 20. Okay, 5 points ahead. So the ball wobbled, landed in the goal area, just outside the goal area. I think in the goal area. Jordie Barrett gets the ball, tries to run it out. Francois Stein gets up to him. Jordie Barrett kicks the ball out. Francois Stein kind of jumped, but couldn't get to him. Knocks Jordie Barrett over anyway. And the referee goes back, had a look at this thing, and says that Francois Stein wasn't in position to challenge. It wasn't a realistic position to challenge to charge down the high ball, and he took out Jordie Barrett illegally. So I think the crowd maybe played this into a bit, because when he took out Jordie Barrett there, the whole section where this happened near the sideline just went ooh. But when you watch the replay, it really wasn't that. But Francois Stein was already in the air. What is he meant to do? Fly away? And he's already in the air. So he just momentum follows through. Took out Jordie Barrett. So I thought I was really poor. So then, the fact that he took out Jody Barrett, there was a penalty. Jody Barrett gets the penalty where the ball landed because he kicked it. The rule is that where the ball landed is where he gets the kick. So the ball landed inside the South Africa, just on the South African 40-meter line, basically. So Jody Barrett takes a kick, slots a 3, claws the All Blacks back, 3 points, 25 points to 23. All Blacks still 2 points behind, right? So the Springboks this game has continued with the high ball strategy, but I've noticed that the Springboks high ball has gotten a lot better in terms of them not just kicking it all the time, but also being able to recover those high ball. They've done really well to just get there instead of trying to catch the high ball because they don't have Cheslin Kobe. They just get there and try to pad the ball back to their own teammates. So it's like really, really smart strategy. So they've been actually being able to recover a lot of those high balls in this game. And then on 73rd minute, Francois Steyn. So All Blacks were attacking inside the Springboks around the 40-meter mark inside the Springboks half. Francois Steyn puts a massive shot on D-Mac, right? And it looked like as D-Mac's going down, it looked like Steyn stripped him, and then he lands on the ground. He tries to place the ball back, and the referee immediately penalized Francois Steyn for not releasing the tackle. And Francois Steyn was so angry. He's just like, how am I supposed to release the tackle? I got the ball. And the referee was like, not having it. And there was just like a lot of tempo going on in this game. And both teams started like running in. Like the Springboks looked furious because this was kickable range. The Springboks were furious with the penalty. It was really hard done by. Steyn stripped the ball. And it looked like, with this was 73rd minute. It could be the end. You could have lost the game right here, right? So Jody Barrett gets the ball 38 meters out, slots this one, 3 points. All Blacks pulls in front for the first time in the second half, 26 points to 25. So, like, the teams hasn't been able to score for a very long time before this. And this, like, the Springboks were furious from this. And the people were just like, there was so much, like, hard collusion on the field. Itzebeth and Malcolm Marx head collided in one of the collisions, and they both had to go off the field for a stitch up. So, man, it was just brutal. Absolutely brutal. So, yeah, All Blacks sneaks ahead 1 point. At this point, I thought, man, this is over. Could be over. Like, this is literally like the second half. It's like the game has been tightening up, and both teams just throwing everything at each other, and no one's been able to, like, get through. I thought this might be over, right? Short from the kickoff, the Springboks were able to, the Springboks, so right from the kickoff, the Springboks were able to put some pressure on the All Blacks and get the ball back, okay? And then the Springboks start running, and one of the All Blacks did one of those, the seatbelt tackle, came up high on one of the Springbok players. Immediately, referee goes full on, penalty advantage, and the whole crowd's cheering. The crowd's insane in this game. The whole crowd, I was screaming, okay? The whole crowd is going off. Herschel Yang gets the ball. He gets a 40-meter drop goal. He was under advantage playing, so he's like, all right, I'll take the dab anyway. Lands a 40-meter drop goal. Puts the Springbok back in front by 2 points. 28 points to 26. 76th minute, okay? Straight from the kickoff. The All Black gets the ball, right? Straight from the kickoff, Franco Mostert gets tackled and gets caught on the ground, not releasing. 38 meters out, right in front. Jody Barrett slots. Okay, Jody Barrett, like, this was a little bit of an angle, actually. Jody Barrett kicks this ball, right? And it looked like he missed. So the camera showed the post, and the ball looks like it was going out this way. And the ball just drifts back in the last minute. And I was like, oh my God. Everybody would have lost their mind when they saw that. It looked like he missed, and the ball just curved back in. Oh my God, this was insane. So he curves the ball back in. All Blacks gets in front. 28-29. And this was, 76th, 77th minute when this happened. So Jody Barrett took his time. So it was basically 79th minute when this kick was finished. So only a minute left. All Black in front by 1. Springboks is just furious, okay? You have to get something out of this. So Springboks decides to do a short kickoff. Now, this kickoff was probably very marginal, so they did a short kickoff. I think it was Isabeth that ran up to the 10-meter line. He jumps up, passes the ball back. He was probably like millimeters short. The referee says that was too short. And then the All Black goes, okay, we'll have a 50-meter scrum. And this was, the commentator said this was the most important scrum of 2021. The biggest scrum, sure enough, this was the biggest scrum of 2021. And the Springbok scrum in the second half has been dominating the All Blacks. So this could happen. This could be a penalty. 50-meter penalty. It's kickable range for Francois Stein. So the scrum goes down, and like the collusion in the engagement seriously sounded like, hang on, it's a spider here. What are you doing, mate? Get off. Anyway, seriously sounded like someone swinging a sledgehammer into a like a piece of meat. That's what it literally sounded. It just sounded like, imagine someone had a metal baseball bat, right? And imagine this like a big piece of meat that's hanging in one of those cold rooms, and someone just went BAM! Smacked it onto the meat. That's what this scrum engagement sounded like. It was huge. And the ball goes in, and you can just hear the Springboks goes like the big grunt came out of the Springbok side and just absolutely demolishing the All Blacks. I thought for sure it was a penalty. I thought for sure a penalty was coming. But the All Blacks immediately gets the ball out. For sure that was a penalty. Gets the ball out, no penalty given. And it was like, I think every Springbok fan is just seeing like the game slipping away in front of their eyes, right? So the ball comes out, Adi Savia runs down, the All Blacks start, and now it's only about 30 seconds left, and the All Blacks just like getting the forwards ready, the little pods, trying to like crash through, and he just like, come on, the Springboks need to turn the ball over somehow. And then as they run, about 10 seconds left, like it was just counting down last 10 seconds, All Blacks runs the ball again, Springbok floods the breakdown, turns the ball over, penalty, and there was 40 meters on the Springbok half, and the commentators were saying Francois Stein could take this kick. Francois Stein is holding the ball, and they're talking about it. So you look like Francois Stein was gonna attempt a 60-meter kick from an angle, from my angle to win the game, right? We were just, like, it was insane. So because he was holding the ball, and then they had a chat, and they just went, no, we're going to go for the line out. So Francois Stein kicks the ball out, 22 meters out, line out for the Springboks. Springbok line out comes in, sets up. We knew what was going to happen. They're going to set up a more. It sets up the more isn't, a start of the ball wasn't going anywhere, and then slowly you can hear again, the Springboks made a grunt, just like a grunt came out of the Springbok team, and then the more just start going forward as the All Blacks just going backwards. And eventually the All Blacks were able to stop the scrum about 10-15 meters out. So the Springboks start spreading the ball out. And it was like something really weird happened, right? One of the Springboks player just went down in his own backline. He literally looked like a sniper took him out. Like, it just like, I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Herschel Yangshis or something. He just went down, maybe Pollard just went down, on the ground. Imagine there's people lining up, and suddenly one of the back players just onto the ground. Literally looked like a sniper took out his leg, right? And then he was just like, what the hell happened? Looked like he slipped or something. What the hell happened? Just confusion, mass confusion. The whole crowd is going, oh, no one knows what happened. Did a sniper take him out? But the referee saw something. The referee saw what happened. As the player slipped, the All Blacks thought he had the ball or something. They all rushed up. And the referee blows the whistle, offside. Right in front of the goalpost. Everybody is celebrating. This was 10, 15 meters out right in front. Unless your name is Lola Sio, you're not going to miss this one. So everybody's celebrating, everybody's hugging, and I could not believe it. The commentators were just like, it's not over, because still something happened. Herschel Yangshis had the honor of taking this kick. He pulls the ball down, took 2 steps back, he didn't even wait, pops it over, celebration begins. Historic win for the Springboks to beat the All Blacks in extra 2 minutes over the 80th minute to win this match. That was absolutely insane. I could not believe it. This was just like everything was so crazy in this game. Like right from the start, the All Blacks did the Kangpao Pungo again for this game. I did not expect that because the All Blacks came out with this mentality of getting a, what they call it, a Grand Slam. Oh, Grand Slam. So they came out with the Kangpao Pungo. But right away, you can tell the Springboks forwards, the maul was really, really good. There was, at the start, the Springboks did a lot of kicking as well. So you look like they didn't change the strategy, but they did like make it, there was much more clinical than last week. Last week was just like constant kicking. This week was very clinical. They still did the kicking in like, you know, inside the so-called green zone, but it was much more calculated, like much fewer than they did last week, right? So it was just insane. So the first try was scored by Lukamyo An for the Springboks. Sorry, not Lukamyo An, was by Demi Delende by the Springboks, where the All Blacks tried to run out of their own 22, and then they turn the ball over in really good in defense, try to run on the 22, the ball goes loose in their own handling, and Lukamyo An recovers, did a little backflip pass like this to Nkobi, Subu Nkosi, and then he passes to Delende, goes in for try. This must be the first try Delende scored since like what, 2018 or something. Devin like finally gets his try, like one of the best centers in the world, right? And then there was so basically let's just go through the tries, right? Just quickly go through the tries. So Delende gets that, and then the All Blacks reply just literally like a few minutes later. On the 12th minute, there was basically from a kickoff of following a 3-point penalty kick, Willie LaRue drops the ball from the kickoff, and the All Blacks recovered, and Beauden Barrett did a crossfield kick, beautifully crossfield kick, and this was the only one who did that actually worked out. He tried this again and again and again in this game, but this was the only one that worked out. Landed in the breast basket of Sever Reese, goes into the corner, strikes right back for the All Blacks for that try. On the 27th minute, the All Blacks were just in this bit of ascendancy in this period, where Adi Savia scores a try. So this basically what happened here? So basically the All Blacks had the line out inside the Springboks half. The ball just comes down very beautiful. This was like a beautiful line out set play. Ball comes out quick to Beauden Barrett. Beauden Barrett takes on the line. He looked so good in this run. He takes on the line, makes a half break, gets his hand free, offload to Riku Ioane, who sprints down the the middle of the field. As the Willie LaRue comes to cover him, he offloads Adi Savia. Adi Savia runs in, did this massive jump with a big smile on his face to score a try, putting the All Blacks ahead. Man, this was insane. On the 32nd minute, the All Blacks managed to pin the Springboks down to their own half, and the Springboks would try to do a 5-meter defensive line out, and it was spoiled by the All Blacks, and Brad Weber, who just happens to be there right in the train tracks, gets the ball, darts into the corner for a try just before halftime. So halftime score, the All Blacks were ahead 20 points to 14. 3 tries to 1, with the Springboks barely hanging in there with the penalty. And Handré Pollard's kicking was really poor this game. Missed so many kicks this game. If he hadn't missed so many kicks this game, he would have been much better too. But Jordie Barrett also missed a bunch of kicks as well. Halftime score 14 points to 20, but the Springboks really came out with a different game plan this game. 220 run meters for the Springboks, 201 for the All Blacks. This is like the first time the Springboks actually outran the All Blacks in this series. 41 carries for the Springboks, 42 for the All Blacks. 5 turnovers for both time at halftime. Tackle count, 58 tackles for the Springboks, 52 for the All Blacks. 15 missed tackles for the Springboks, 6 for the All Blacks. So the Springboks tackling was a bit poor in the first half, especially going towards the end of the first half, where the All Blacks put a bit of a try on them. So there was 3 missed goal kicks for Handré Pollard and 2 for Jordie Barrett. So both kickers weren't on point, and penalty count 5-7 against the Springboks. So second half, Springboks really came out firing coming off the second half. Just absolutely try to blow the All Blacks out of the water, and slowly and surely clawing themselves back with a try with Mapimpi on the 51st minute. with basically following a Francois Stein 50-22, 50-22, and it was a huge kick, perfectly accurate, just landed inside the 22, bounced out, and basically this Springboks put a lot of crash balls in, eventually spread out wide with my Pimpy out in the wing with a bit of a space, goes in for the try. So it was, yeah, just very, very, very intense. Like, probably one of the best game I've ever seen, just like I said. Absolutely insane. Anything else I want to talk about other than that this was... Did I tell you that this game was insane? I did, right? Oh yeah, there's one more stupidity that happened I want to talk about. So on the 58th minute, just before Beauden Barrett was about to get subbed off by Richie Mwanga, the Springboks were in a lot of ascendancy, and the All Blacks were getting pinged back in their own half, inside their own 22. And finally, the All Blacks worked really hard to turn the ball over, and Beauden Barrett gets the ball, right? Inside his own 22. He tried to do a crossfield kick pass to Xavier Reese again. Inside his own 22, and he went straight out. He did a Lolosio, yes. I was like, I laughed so hard. I could not believe what I saw. I was like, that's a Lolosio play. Like, you're under so much pressure. You're 5 points behind, and you just try to do a crossfield kick inside your own 22. Not a right time, Beauden. Not a right time, especially when he overcooks it. Oh yeah, it was pretty funny. So Beauden Barrett is slowly but surely catching up to Lolosio. And yeah, this was insane. I might go watch this game again just to guess. Anyway, I might go watch this game again. Thank you for watching my video, and I do appreciate it. Cheers. Like, comment, and subscribe.